Good evening, and welcome to Creative Broadcasting, the station of unlimited possibilities, presents Creating Your Seat at the Table with your host, Ashley Little, as she welcomes her guest to the table.
Welcome to Creating Your Seat at the Table. I am your host, Ashley Little. A little bit about myself: corporate professional by day, entrepreneur by night, two-time best-selling author, speaker, host of Authors on the Rise, owner and creator of Creative Broadcasting, and co-founder and owner of Talk Radio and TV Network, LLP, and co-founder of Sweetheart Scholars Nonprofit. Today we have a special guest. Her name is Dr. Renee Sunday. A little bit about her. Dr. Renee Sunday is an ordained minister and dynamic woman of God who has built a stellar career on uplifting and educating others through her work in media, business, empowerment, and healthcare. A native of Birmingham, Alabama, she grew up in poverty. However, there was no shortage of love and support. As a result, she strives each and every day to share the same love she was given, while also equipping and empowering individuals from all walks of life to live their dreams and walk in their purpose. Known as the platform builder, Dr. Sunday is the founder of Renee Sunday Enterprises, which encompasses her media and consulting work, life coaching, and empowerment speaking. In addition, she is an author with her own publishing company, Sunday Publishing, LLC, and the owner of RS Commerce, LLC. Through these businesses, she educates professionals and aspiring entrepreneurs on how to be seen, be heard, and get paid. Never one to put her eggs in one basket, this multi-talented serial entrepreneur is also a board-certified anesthesiologist, having worked in the field for 16 years. In fact, Dr. Sunday has been listed by the Consumers Research Council of America as one of the top 100 anesthesiologists in the nation. She has been fortunate enough to speak on various national platforms and work alongside major figures like Oprah, T.D. Jakes, Paula White, Jacqueline Carr, and many others. With nearly 200,000 followers across all of her platforms, she will remain a powerful, inspirational force, touching lives everywhere she goes. Welcome to the table, Dr. Renee Sunday.
Woo-hoo, this is Dr. Renee Sunday. You guys got me really in transition. What's going on?
Hi, Dr. Sunday. It is an honor. I am honored and humbled to interview you today.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. The thing about it is whatever I do, I just make sure people know that I'm a servant. And just one thing, if I can say, to help someone smile, I've done what I've been created to do. So I thank you for this awesome opportunity, Ashley.
Yes. You are welcome. So, Dr. Sunday, I read your amazing bio. Could you please tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit more about yourself?
Well, the great thing, and I apologize, y'all may hear some background on my team is getting me better on the background noise. I apologize. But the thing is, Dr. Renee Sunday, people always ask me that, but I really want people to know that I am a servant. The thing, all of us have a story. My story, I came from poverty. I went through the bullying. I went through the self-worth kind of thing. But when I finally got it, okay, I know that I'm called to help someone else smile because I've been overwhelmed. I have been feeling unaccomplished. I have been in a place that I think that I'm trapped, Ashley. So when God took care of me and got me out of that pit, if you will, I know I can help someone else smile and obtain a, purpose in life. All the things that you read off, I love it. I just love it. But I love people, and I want people to know that I'm a servant.
Yes, you are, and you do, and you live by that. You do love to make people smile. Yes, that you practice what you preach. So I'm honored to know you. So, Dr. Sunday, tell us about your entrepreneur journey. Tell us about that. Walk us through that.
Now, that's a good one right there. The thing about it, I'm gonna say the truth on that is, like what the kids say, keep it 100. I actually fell fell into entrepreneurship. A lot of people don't consider, I am a board-certified anesthesiologist, but a lot of people don't, quote-unquote, consider that as full entrepreneurship. But the skill sets that I actually gained, and I've been doing that for a while now. I'm telling my age. But I've been doing it over 16 years now. And the skill sets of being resilient, the skill sets of not giving up, those same skill sets I actually took into my entrepreneurship life. Life happened. My brother passed away going on about 8 years now. And my therapy, and I'm going to say it just like that, Ashley, because that's what it was writing. I didn't know I had that in me of writing. And so I wrote my first book, and then, the lady that actually was supposed to publish the book said that she would not publish my book. She wanted me to start my own publishing company. So that's business number 2, right?
Right.
Anesthesiologist. And then after that, people, I'm telling my age again, on social media now we love the video, but at one time it was just predominantly posts. And people will inbox me and say, Ashley, how can you write so positive and laughter when it comes to grief? And so a young lady in Atlanta reached out to me, not even talking to me on the phone, never met me, asked me to be actually the host of the co-host actually of her radio and TV show. So that's business number 3, with me being the host of Good Deeds Radio and TV show. But then it just stopped there because people started asking me what about the building blocks of how you created these business? And now, by this time, after the term of serial entrepreneur has come on my plate. But people wanted me to coach them. So actually, that's how the platform builder name pretty much came, when people wanted me to teach them how I got to where I am. And, of course, I was willing to do that because the thing is, when I learn, I want to pass it on to as many people that I can. So that's where all the businesses, and they have, I'm a best-selling author. I'm an international speaker. We even have drop shipping companies, and we do also have a children line. So one thing builds upon the other. But let me just say this on that. I know this is a long answer to your question, but entrepreneurship, I say it on social media all the time. You have to believe it, and you got to trust it, because you got to trust the process, but you got to take action. So that's why I always say you got to walk it out.
I love it. Take action and walk it out. You are right. Because, you can do anything you put your mind to. And Dr. Sunny, you have definitely monetized everything that you put your hand on. So I love it. So what are some various ways entrepreneurs can establish multiple revenue streams to increase their earnings and expand their business, Dr. Sunny? What are some different ways?
Now, that's a great question, because let me put a pin there for a minute and say this. I didn't know all of this information starting off. I have to always let people know that. I did make some not good mistakes. But the mistakes really not mistakes. They are building blocks that you can actually build upon. So, but after my going through all of this, I can help somebody else. That's the key. But the thing about it is, I always say this, Ashley, use what's in your hand. Now, I know we hear that when we go to church. We hear that in the Bible, but we really need to do that. For example, if you know how to make the best pound cake, guess what? You can start selling that, okay? If you actually can inspire and motivate somebody, guess what? You can be a motivational speaker. If you take the education and really know how to be a coach, you can actually be a coach. And the thing about it is, everybody has a story. So you need to write a book. I call it actually a market-winning book. And the reason I call it that, because when you write a book of what's in your hand of your business, guess what? It opens up many, many, many doors in regards of how you did it, that you can actually help somebody else. So use what's in your hand. I said some things there, but let's talk about it real quick. Coaching. You can do speaking events. You can have your own events. You can actually speak on other people's events. And people love content. Yes, we can get it from Google, but guess what? If we can get it actually from somebody that actually have lived through it and have the education, guess what? They would love, love, love to purchase that.
Yes, Yes. Yes, because our experiences is what makes us. And, we, like you said, we all have a story, so we need to utilize that to help us get to the next level. So, Dr. Sunday, could you expand on a little bit more of how you've done that with different things? I know you've done a lot of different things.
Yes, I would be glad to. Actually, like I said, I think my first venture, okay, I'm still an anesthesiologist part-time, but my first venture was actually writing a book. So that's what I teach people, write a book, and it's your platform and you feel in your spirit, really. You have to really do that inner check. Next thing you know, you can have a publishing company. Next thing you know, how are you going to get that information out? Guess what? You need to be in the masses of communication. So that's when I started blogging. The next thing I know, radio and TV. The next thing you know, magazines. And then I do a lot of speaking. And so not just speak here in the United States, not just speak here in the hot ATL, but actually speak international. And so that's kind of how I've built my platform, because social media is very powerful. Let me say, y'all know that, right? Social media is so powerful. When people see you, and I know this, forgive me the way this may come out, but if people see you going to one event and then going to another event and you continue to be in the airport, okay, they're going to start trying to see what you're really doing. And actually that builds upon, so by the time I'm actually finished with one event, 2 other people are asking me to do their event. So the thing about it, you have to let it compound on itself. I know that sounds kind of weird, but don't just rely on people to come to you. Guess what? You need to actually go to them. So we have, Google is our best friend. You can Google whatever you're doing. Let's say healthcare professionals, for example. If you want to actually teach hair, there are so many conferences that you can actually do that. You can actually start your own line. You can start, ladies, we love everything we do. We love our hair. We love our lashes. We love the clothes I wear. If you really have a creative talent with that or gift, guess what? You can monetize that. I talk a lot, as you can tell. So, of course, mine is education. Mine is teaching people. But mine is actually on the stage as well. I do a little bit of acting. The thing about it is there's no limit, actually, whatsoever. No limit. So just build upon, because I love my signature thing that I always do is be seen, be heard, and get paid. So you got to do that be seen part. What is your why? What is your why and what is your mission? And it's okay if you just want it for financial security. It's okay. But whatever your why is, that's what's going to keep you going in this entrepreneur journey, because somebody going to say no. And I think, I can't remember the author, but I want to give them their credit. They say you want to get at least 7 to 11 no's so you can get some out the way that you can actually get a yes.
Yes. I love that. And you're so right about going to people, because some people are waiting for people to come to them. Opportunities don't wait on you. You got to go create your own opportunities. So I love that, Dr. Sunday, creating our own. So what are some strategies you would give to entrepreneurs who are struggling to create multiple multiple revenue streams? What would you give to that entrepreneur that's struggling and they're trying to create those different streams, but they're having some issues right now?
Well, I always tell everyone, Ashley, is to go back to your foundation. And I had to do that. I'm being very transparent. I had to go back to my why, because my TV show and radio show platform escalated so quick. Within 1 year, less than 1 year, we were on Oprah Winfrey's platform. We were part of Bishop Jakes' platform. The thing is, you got to have a way that you can send people contracts. You got to have a way to send them a memorandum of understanding. You're going to have what we call SOP, a standard of operation of your company. All of that you have to have. Guess what? I didn't have none of that, okay? But I did have, I'm just being keeping it 100, as the kids say. But I actually was able to get those in place real quick, because each one of those platforms I was on, guess what? You got to sign a contract. Because when you on Oprah Winfrey platform, you on her platform, you on Bishop Jakes' platform, so you don't come there and change the rules and regulations. That's the point I'm getting at. So if you're struggling right now, check your foundation. If you do not, let's go all the way back. If you don't have a line of business credit, Actually, I know a way, and some people have talked to me about ways of getting that without even using, you still got to use the Social Security number. They still have to do that. But it's a way of getting that business credit and a secure credit card, okay? So you can do that and build that. The next thing is make sure you incorporate. Then you have to have those contracts, those memorandum of understanding. You got to have those, what I call the SOP, the standard of operation. So you got the foundation straight. The next thing you need to do is just, I call it brain dumping. I know that sounds kind of funny, but that's brain dump. Anything you would desire to do. Coaching is a big platform out there. Actually doing events is a great platform. You can do one of the multi-level marketing groups. The thing about it is you need to be aligned with what you are passionate about. If you don't have to, and of course I love animals, but for example, if you're selling stuff for animals one day, then the next day you're switching to selling things for humans, make sure you make that in having a connection. Because guess what? Confused buyers don't what? They don't buy anything. So I have to be real careful with my brand, Ashley, because, I coach. I'm a minister. I'm an apostle. I'm actually a children book line. We book children parties. Next thing you know, I'm speaking. I have to be real strategic in what I do and what I don't do. So I have to let the listening audience know, be very strategic in what you do. But there's no limit. Do what your heart desires, but you have to take that leap of faith. I think Steve Harvey talks about that so much. But we actually have to not, fear is false evidence of appearing real. We have to get out of our own self, get out of our own way, and actually make it happen. So that's what I have to let them know, because you can do any streams of income. The biggest thing now, let me just give a secret there. The biggest thing now is digital products. You can actually sell a PDF for $100. You can sell it for whatever you want, depending on what the content. A downloadable. You can sell it. I mean, I've seen them as low as, free, but you can actually sell them up to $100, $200. But make sure you give the people value in what they're paying, because guess what? If it gets out in the masses that you're not delivering great product, great value, that's not good, okay? Unfortunate, not good information travels faster than good.
Right. I agree. And Dr. Sunday, you're doing some amazing things, but everybody has a process. So I know you once went from making hundreds of thousands of dollars to nothing in one day. Can you please share with the listeners your strategy you took to rebuild yourself as an entrepreneur?
Wow, that's a great question. Yes, I went to work one day, okay? This is me as an anesthesiologist. Everybody knew that I had, and I can say it now that I was fired. Of course I couldn't say that back then because, it was still sensitive. But actually they got rid of all the anesthesiologists and they went to nurses, certified nurses, doing the anesthesia. And that makes sense. I mean, think about it from a business standpoint. They can get 4 nurses for the price of 1 anesthesiologist. But the key with this situation is I didn't know, and when I found out, I said, Lord, I know God wouldn't let me come this close for this to happen. But I knew something inside of me. The greatness inside was screaming out. And I had been praying, Ashley, to the Lord expand my territory so I can help other people. Mm-hmm. And so I got my answer. But, you have to sometimes go through a situation. So I had to reinvent myself. And, you probably heard people say, get your mojo back. But what I had to do is go back to the basics. I had to go back to the basics to realize that I need to build upon what I know. So guess what? The publisher. So I wrote more books. I became a best-selling author with all the books that I've written. So I started publishing other people's books. You see what I'm saying? So I had to build upon, going back to what we said earlier in the show, build upon what I had in my hand. Of course, I had to invest in myself. I had to get a mentor. I had to get a coach. I think Oprah Winfrey said she has a business coach, all type of coaches. So, if she got one, we have to have one as well. So that's what I had to end up doing. But let me say this, though, because I know somebody is listening right now. Say, oh, this lady got too much energy. Okay, this lady look like she got 6-figure, 7-figure business, all that. But you know what? I had to work on the personal development. I had to work on me, not self-sabotaging myself. You see what I'm saying? I had to make sure that I was around like-minded people. Now, let me say something right quick on that. People love to say like-minded people. Now, let me keep it real with you. Sometimes that may be just one person. That may sometimes be two people. Sometimes when you say like-minded people, people think, okay, that may be 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 people. But sometimes, guess what? It may be only be one person. And so you keep that person close to you that can motivate you, inspire. But it comes down to it that you may be isolated. It may come down to it that you need to encourage yourself. So I had to work on my self-sabotage, what I was trying to do. And guess what? Many, many doors came open after I was able to squash that, and I'm going to say it like that, because it's greatness inside of each and one of us. But we actually have to get our way. And guess what? People need what you have inside right now.
I love it. And you had to learn to embrace the pain in order to get to the next level, and that's what you did. Because if you would have quit in the middle of that process, you wouldn't be where you're at today.
That's it. And, you know, it's funny. People think I be playing off the song back in the day that said, don't stop, get it, get it. That actually means something to me when I say that. That means I can't stop. I can't quit. You know, if I help one person on this journey, my living is not in vain.
I love it. And Dr. Sonny, you have been blessed to be at tables with people, major figures such as Oprah, T.D. Jakes, Paula White, Jacqueline Carr, and many others. Can you please share with the listeners how one can reach this amazing goal in the media?
Well, yes, the great thing is that, like the amazing platform that you have, Ashley, you have to make sure that you're doing things in the spirit of excellence. I make sure now I've been very blessed that I have a team that does a lot of things for me. And I'm not boasting by saying that. I know I'm a great visionary. And so a lot of times I can come up with an idea, but I found out that I was not allowing my team to actually share their gifts with the world. So I actually delegate a lot of things nowadays. But in media, it's so amazing. You have to make sure you're being authentic. The 3 things I always say, you have to be authentic, you have to be compassionate, and you got to be consistent. Because people have been inboxing me lately because they say, Dr. Sunday, we've noticed somebody else be doing your radio show now. Well, yeah, I got to train up the younger people, the millennials. I got to train up some other people. But the thing about it is we have to do that. And let me tell you, we actually do courses and teaching people how to reach the masses. How did I get Susan Warman? How did I get all these people to be on our platform and I'm on their platform? I had to make sure my ducks was in a row. And what I mean by that is my social media was up to standard. I didn't have pictures that wasn't becoming as a professional. I made sure the things that I said was motivational and inspirational. My website was on point with the same type of information. So when I got on the phone, that's what I'm going to say now. When you get on the phone, you have to be authentic. People know fluff. And right now, in this world today, people don't need any more fluff. And they can see that. And so what we have to do is make sure that we stay authentic and write an email. Write an email to these different people that you want to be on your platform or you want to be on their platform. They may not answer right away, but the key is to be persistent. And by them seeing your persistence, before you know it, you're going to actually, guess what? You're going to make sure you're going to get an email back. Okay.
I love it. Yes, yes, yes. And Dr. Sunday, you, like I stated, you have some great things going on. You have an amazing journey, but we all have experienced failure, which is really a lesson. So what did failure teach you? Hello?
You know, failure, you know what I always say, failure is stepping stones to the next level. It did tell me, and I love to tell people, my clients, I tell them sometimes plan A, B, and C. Sometimes step A, B, and C don't work out, okay? So you have to go to D, E, and F, okay? I mean, one plan that we actually did, I think we were on plan G, okay? But you actually need to make sure it's okay. It's okay if things don't go as planned. Being an entrepreneur, and I'm working on a book right now to talk about these type of things, is that confidence that you have to have in yourself. good for the street, right? That's good if it's
right.
a danger in the. But what in terms of entrepreneurship, what that is telling you is you need to create another angle. You need to create another platform. Or, and I got a pin on that, the last thing I said, guess what? Create your own. I mean, that's what I have to do with a lot of my events, a lot of my platforms that I've had. And guess what? People will come when they see that you're authentic and you're not giving them the fluff, okay?
Right, and learning to be uncomfortable, because a lot of us don't like to be uncomfortable, but we have to embrace that.
Oh, yes. You have to get out of your comfort zone in order to reach the masses. I'm telling you, you have to get out of your comfort zone. I would never thought that I would be on radio and television shows. I just love talking to people. I never thought about that in a million years, Ashley. But if you say one thing to help somebody smile, to help someone get over the hump, to not feel depressed, not to give in, throw in the towel, I think we actually, if we do that, our journey will actually be much, much better.
Yes. So what did success teach you, Dr. Sunday?
Ooh. Now let me tell you what my definition of success. My definition of success is if I'm doing what I have made a decision to do. I know that sounds, people are like, okay, that's not because you're going to say something deeper than that. No, if you made a decision on what you're doing right now. But see, what people miss with that is the plan and the strategy. I'm very humble. Actually, people love to tell me when they meet me on the street. Actually, it happened this evening. People say, "Dog, you look the same. You look on social media." But my point is, I try to be authentic. I can't be nobody else but Dr. Renee Sunday. I'm humble. I come from humble beginnings. Because I have been humble, so many doors have opened up for me. So I give my success to God, and that's what I believe in is God. But I cherish my family. My parents grew up doing the civil rights, and they still living now. So I spoil them just like you got spoiling a child, okay? But what I love to do is I like to be that light, that beacon of light that actually can help other people. And I've gotten to the point that I really feel in my, in my soul, in my spirit, that I trust. And this going to be, y'all going to say, okay, she said she was a minister, but yes, I did. But I trust the voice that I hear. And when God tells me to do something, I don't carry it like I used to, okay? I do it right away because it's actually going to change somebody's life.
Yes. I love that. Because we have to make sure that we do it on his time, right? And make sure we move when he asks us to move.
Yes.
So what can we expect from you the rest of 2019, Dr. Sun? I know you have some amazing things going on in your life right now. You're on your way to an award show tonight. So what are some things that you have coming up the rest of 2019?
Wow, great. Well, the major thing is we actually going to, in a couple of weeks, I think we are. We're going to release, I'm back to the anthologies. People keep asking me why I haven't done. So, Dr. Sunday, everybody do anthology. They don't do it like you do. So when you going to do your anthology? Well, this anthology is actually faith-based. We probably heard of the scripture in the Bible. I'll paraphrase it, to make it short. But it's basically, can any good come out of Nazareth? So we actually doing a spin on that God has given me to actually allow people to share their stories. And with that being said, I do show people how to make money from that book. I've heard this, that, and that about anthologies, but I know how God has told me how to do them is to help people. Yes, it's okay to be a best-selling author, but what you going to do with that? You need to be able, as you said it so wonderful, Ashley, to have multiple streams of income. That is the goal of that. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to see, y'all going to see that out, and we're going to send out an interest on social media and people to sign up, and then I'll jump on a webinar type Zoom or a conference line that I can give you all the information. And, of course, it is an investment because even though I have a publishing company, I have to pay the editor. Okay, I got to pay the graphic. I got to pay these people for the venue or the release. So, anyway, that's the major thing. Sam DeShart, with our children line, he's doing his birthday party. So, people have asked me, am I going to franchise that? And I'm saying, thank you for the idea. So we're working on that. And then I haven't done a live entrepreneur. I don't know if people have realized that I haven't done an entrepreneur live event in a while. So we're in the planning space of doing that. We actually have a couple sponsors already on board, so I'm like, okay, we got to get this together. But that's what's coming on the horizon, and that'll probably, go out over to 2020 as well. But the key is what I want to do is just empower people, because I've been in the overwhelm. I've been in the unaccomplished feeling, the feeling trapped. So I want to give people resources and strategies, a solid step-by-step strategy and resource that they actually can step out on entrepreneurship. Step out, even if it's a job, we can actually help you find that right job, because if you're in the wrong job, that still ain't going to work. But especially in entrepreneurship, that you can actually have several streams of income. Okay, I think people used to say 7. Now I've heard people say 13. You can have 13. My coach actually pushed me last week. Can I be real? She said, okay, when I meet with you next week, you need to have a list of 20. And I'm like, wow, okay. The key is the same skill set that you're using in one goes off to the other. When you have that solid foundation, and guess what? What people miss as well is the marketing. If you're an amazing marketer, you can sell ice in Alaska, okay?
I love it, Dr. Sunny, and super congratulations on all the great things that you have going on. Please, listeners, go out and support her. Dr. Sunny, please let them know how they can follow and contact and purchase your services.
Well, the easy way is ReneeSunday.com. If you forget that, and then you say she had a doctor in front of her name, you can say DR, don't spell it out, but DR, ReneeSunday.com. And all of the social media is Renee Sunday, or it's Dr. Renee Sunday with the DR. But that's www, but Renee, RENEE, Sunday, SUNDAY. And we actually on the website actually have a complimentary discovery session, so we can actually find the ways that you can be seen, be heard, and get paid.
I love it. So, listeners, please reach out to Dr. Sunday. You need a coach. You need to be mentored. You need help getting your business off the ground. She is the lady to see. That's why we call her the platform builder. So, Dr. Sunday, thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come on the show today. Thank you. And I'm so excited to see all the great things that God is going to do and continue to do in your life this year and beyond.
Well, I want to thank you so much for this amazing platform you're doing. You're doing it with a spirit of excellence, and this is only the tip of the iceberg. More and more to you and your team. So thank you so much for this amazing, amazing opportunity.
Thank you, Dr. Sunny. I received that. Thank you. So I would like to give a special thanks to two of my mentors, Tammy Collins Marquis and John Schamberger. Also, I would like to give a special thanks to Dr. Larry White Sr. and author Kimberly McLemore. You all may follow me on Facebook at Ashley Little and on Instagram at _Ashley A. Little. Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Creating Your Seat at the Table, where Ashley speaks with corporate professionals, celebrities, entrepreneurs, authors, and speakers who are transitioning or have transitioned to entrepreneurship.